How's this start? Alright, I think this is going. Hey, what's up? This is Dave. I see a weird video delay effect happening. I don't know if the cat did that somehow. But this is What's Up Dave. This is my regular-ish stream where I catch up with my friends on the internet with what I'm doing. Bit of design, bit of, just thoughts and stuff like this. Anyway. Just confirming that everything's working. The cat is being very affectionate right now and is pressing all the switcher buttons. So anyway, this is What's Up Dave. It's Monday, October 30th. It's 2:20 p.m. Today's a break day. I was going to do stuff this weekend with catching up on my project work, but on Friday there was this bug report that came in for a trial that they're doing on Tuesday. So, which means they had to set up today, Monday, which meant I had to work through the weekend to debug this obscure network issue that was not possible to reproduce. But what the issue is that we have no way of debugging, doing the normal debugging on iPads with this web app that they're running. It's not a native iPad app, so it's running in a browser basically. But the coder who created the application framework for it didn't provide a way to see that console output from there. And since it's not regular Safari, we can't actually use the developer tools with it. So I had to write a bunch of stuff that would allow us to actually intercept and see the debug messages through our own network signaling system, and also try to trap a number of conditions which we thought might be causing this issue. So, my cat has just screwed something up here. So that said...
Hey, what's up? This is...
Damn it. So that said, I am very tired. And there's not much to talk about today. So let me just recap a few things really quickly. The cat is really starting to get to me. I'm just going to have to hold him like this, I think. He just wants attention. Alright, so attention he will get. So, what are we talking about? I am talking about... I've been playing this game called Dying Light on the PC. I don't have any screenshots for it, but I could maybe pull up the website for it so I can talk about it. Ow, 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 ow. I don't think I'm going to get anything done with this cat here. So, screen... So, it's basically a zombie game. It's first person. Is there a video that I can see? This is all promo crap. This is actually a game that came out in 2014 or 2015, and it's basically a zombie game. I'm very early into it. The reason why I'm playing it is because my cousins occasionally play games together. Well, they all play games together all the time because they're all blood brothers. But occasionally I play with them as well. And this is as a co-op mode. It's actually a surprisingly interesting game. It's first person. It's it's like a parkour zombie survival game. It has a lot of elements that are very similar to that remind me of the Tomb Raider reboot. The crafting, the moving around. The parkour stuff is pretty cool too. You can move it. It's like it's a zombie game, but it doesn't have a lot of shooting in it. And it was on sale at Steam for $19, so that was, I think, worth picking up. That's really maybe all I have to talk about. The other thing was, what did I say here? One last thing I'll talk about. There's a thought that I had that might be interesting. This is like a productivity related thought. And that is this. So, while I was working on this stuff for the weekend, like the network debugging stuff, I didn't particularly want to do it. It was kind of a last-minute thing, but because the study window is very fixed, it's one of those things that I felt it was important to support. But that didn't mean I enjoyed losing my weekend for it, especially since my dad is coming this weekend, and there's a lot of stuff I have to do just to get the house in shape for that. But after the work was done, when I got done about 4 a.m. on Sunday night, I realized that, like, especially this morning, that now that that was out of the way and my dentist appointment was out of the way, which I had this morning at 11, suddenly I could see that there were other projects I could do, and that weight had been lifted. And it occurred to me that I seem to be very distractible by the next big deadline or the next big thing that I have to do. And it's hard for me to think of anything else until it's over with. And I really enjoy the feeling of not having anything to do, or not having any responsibilities, I should say, which is interesting. If there was a way for me to have responsibilities and just not feel so, I guess, locked down or anxious about them, that might be a good thing to, might be a good mindset to cultivate. I don't know why I feel such anxiousness about it. It's not like a debilitating, like oh my god kind of thing. It's more like I keep thinking about this thing I'm supposed to do and doing it and getting it done. Except for projects in which, like, I'm not in control of them entirely, or I'm not setting the guidelines. I find these incredibly frustrating because I'm dealing with other people's expectations that aren't always clear. And I think that might be the source of the anxiety. It's really not so much the work itself, but the expectations of other people and what they expect me to do about it and how they might judge me on it. And it's not even a judgment over the quality of the work. It's a judgment over, you know, whether I've met their demands and whether they're not, like, unhappy or not. So I guess to sum that up, I guess I'm sensitive to other people's reactions and emotions, and that's something that when I'm doing some kind of deadline-related work or anything that involves someone else's emotional reactions to me, that's where I tend to get anxious, or I feel like I feel more pressure. So having talked that out, so maybe I can decouple my my emotion from that, and just stand my ground on it, basically. You've had enough? So, well, yeah, I mean, why should I care so much about what other people think or what they think I should do? That's not a good place, I think, to base one's actions on. I mean, there's give and take for it, of course, but I don't know, that's the thought right now. I'll write that down later. But right now, like, I'm still, like, I've had like 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and I actually have to do a long drive in about 3 hours, actually in 90 minutes. So I need to actually go get some sleep now, and hope so I can last until like 10 p.m. tonight. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Sorry, this was a boring one, but aren't they all boring? So I'll talk to you later. Okay, so I think I'm done with that. I can stop this. I think this is almost done. I can stop this now, probably. Oh wait, there's more. I forgot to talk about this. I wonder if this will continue to pick up on the stream or if it's actually stopped. Okay, it's resuming. That's great. Okay, so here's the big decision I need to make. So as you know, I've been painting my fingernails as a sort of color expression experiment. Turns out that no one cares. Although I was bored on Sunday and I painted this hand with just these different possible colors that I could do this week. These aren't colors I have not worn before, or I have worn once and didn't like. And then there's like this pinkish color. And so an interesting story about this is that I was getting some Indian food yesterday, just as to keep my interest in doing the work and not falling asleep again. And so the owner of this Indian restaurant, like, he says to me, "So, I see you have a daughter." And I was going, why is he saying this? And I realized he was looking at this hand, which is like very sloppily painted, and then he started to tell me a story about how his daughter had painted his toenails green, and he was at someplace like Starbucks, and he took his sandals off, and then his bright green toenails were showing in the sun, and he'd forgotten that his daughter had painted them. And then so he got compliments from women going by and say, "Oh, nice toenails." And then like he kind of commiserated with me, like, you know, so I say, "Oh, I wish that like she would also, you know, be diligent in removing the nail polish too afterwards." And so I kind of realized at that point I was in the cool dad club, because like what wonderful father would let his kid paint his nails like anything he wanted and not care about it? And for a moment I thought like, yeah, I should. I thought like maybe I might have to have provide some solidarity with like this other father, right? Except I don't have a daughter. I did this because I wanted to do it. And could I be part of the cool dad club? And really be? It seemed like I was lying by omission, right? It might have been good for him just to commiserate, but like I had to make the call whether or not I wanted to be in the cool dad club, or if I wanted to be honest, and I chose honesty. And so I told him like I told him more of a slightly different story. So it's like, yeah, well actually I put these on myself. I'm a graphic designer and I like to play with color, so this is something I'm doing. So and it turned out he was a graphic designer too, and he used to do web design work and stuff. But it was an interesting interaction. And one other thing is like the dots on my head. These are much better looking than they were yesterday or even 2 days ago. And that was when I had like went to the dermatologist, and they had them remove these sebaceous hyperplasias, which are just oil-filled skin lumps under your skin that people with oily skin get. And so like for a while you look like hell, you know. So but it looks like they're starting to smooth out. So maybe in another week they'll be gone. And those big bumps that were here that bothered me at least, those will be gone. So those are the two other things that I wanted to update about. So that's it now. Now I'm definitely going. Bye. Dude, for bonus section at the end. Bonus stories after the first slate closing. All right.